Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another season of fantastic Thunder racing at Daytona International Speedway. My name is Kyle Nadeau. I am a two-time champion of the Cyber Thunder Tuesday Night Truck Series, and decided that, you know what, I think I might give these guys a break and start calling the action for them. Here we are at the World Center of Racing, Daytona International Speedway. You know, the big guys started here last week, all last week, and we decided to start off with them. We got about 10 minutes, 9.5 minutes left to practice. I do have a partner up here tonight with Jerry Isaacs. He's calling the race as an admin as well, so he will be bringing the hammer down on anybody that they start misbehaving. He's just doing the broadcast meeting right now. Or the, what do you call it? Driver's meeting. He's just doing the driver's meeting right now, so he will be up here in a little bit. Let's see, who can we follow here? I got a whole bunch of new people out here tonight that just decided to join in the off season. Let's see. There's Matt Hall. He is a super speedway ace. Right behind him in the black number 8 truck, Cody Meadows. He is a former champion of the Cyber Thunder Tuesday Night Truck Series as well, and a former teammate of mine. Let's see. Paul Turner. He's usually pretty good for a show. Here he's just coming out off the pit road there. Here with Daytona, you have to stay below the yellow line. You can't just hop up onto the bank and like the other guys, like the real life guys there. iRacing doesn't allow that. You'll see the blue cone there. You have to stay on the apron until you get to that blue cone, and then you can safely merge onto the track. If you just touch that yellow line, it'll be a pass-through penalty, or under caution, it may be a stop and go. Looks like Paul Turner's trying to warm up his tires. Let's see, oh, and he's losing it. It's the apron. Paul Turner's always a really good person to watch in practice. He finds all these loopholes because, you know, Daytona, you run a few laps, you know how it's going to run. Might have just been trying to warm up the tires there a little too much. Oh, let's see. Matthew Hall. Got Crank Bell, top of the leaderboard. Let's see, where is he at? Oh, here he is. He's leading a pack. He's got two teammates there behind him. I see a lot of this tonight with the two trucks trying to team up. The Toyotas seem to push a little bit better with the flatter front end than what the Chevys do. So you usually see a Toyota is usually pushing. Let's ride on board with Crank here, see what he's looking at. Absolutely nothing in front of him. That's the way you want to see it coming off of turn 4. He may actually catch up to these two cars up here, or these two trucks, sorry, up here, and that might give him a little bit more of a speed boost. Oh, he's going to go to the wall. I bet you're going to see the 18 here pass below him. 18 was probably getting a little hot. Just like that. Crank slides down in behind him, and he's going to push him. Just trying to work some strategy out, see who's a better pusher. These guys are really the only ones that are together. Let's see. We'll go to Chris Letts. There. I'll give you a better example of what it's like to sit behind these trucks. You can't really see anything. You know, some drivers you can raise your view height in sim to kind of give you a better view through the trucks. I always like to do that so you can kind of see through the front windshield of the next guy in front of you and see a wreck happening. You want to be tight to that yellow line here. But you don't want to push. You don't want to get too close to him, or you start to push water. You'll see the water temp there, upper left corner, right beside the tack. So he's pushing about 220 right now. Once that starts flashing red, you've got about a quarter of a track before the thing goes kaboom. Now, a cool thing with the trucks here is we have I believe it's a 65% fuel load. So it's not a full tank, so there will be guaranteed pit stops. As we see Chris Lutz here coming down, right down to 55 miles an hour, right at the line. Nice entry. Almost a full field here tonight. This is going to be a really good race. Let's switch to somebody else, shall we? What are the new characters in this lead? Nope, he's just sitting on pit road. Crank still pushing. Long back straightaway. Here, this might be a really good chance to see your how the revs change when you're in behind somebody with a bit of a draft. As the 18 and the 14 are coming up on another lap car. Nope, that's crank. There we go. Oh, he's gonna pit. Oh, late pit entry. Nope, and that's not what you want to do in practice. Let's see what that looks like from back here. There we go. Magic of television. We can go back in time. It looks like it was just a really late commitment there. On the 18's part, usually you want to be pulling down here and getting on the brakes. Yeah, I just kind of locked up the right front and take a trip through the grass. And the nice thing about iRacing that it's always dry for now. And not like how it was in Daytona where you saw, I believe it was the 77 getting to the grass and just started spinning his tires. No worry about that yet. Rain is coming soon. That'll be interesting for a road course. Let's go for a ride on with Mr. Allen here. Defending winner of the Cyber Thunder Truck Series race at Daytona from last season. Got his very first league win. It's always nice to see Allen out here racing. He's one of the good guys. He's right tight to that yellow line. Fastest way around this track. Uh-oh. I think Paul Turner's exploring. He's going to see what's been left behind at the track. We got about 2 minutes and 15 seconds left before the race starts. We saw Paul Turner there exploring. So, yep, there he is out in the road course. Just going to say hello to everybody. What's he looking at? Oh! That is very, very typical. Yeah, there could have been one left behind. Let's go back and see what he just jumped there. You think he found a couch or something to jump over here at Daytona? Oh, he went through the fence and... Oh, there's a little bit of a jump there. He does. He's got a spot at Talladega that'll send him up into the air. That other voice you hear is one Jerry Isaacs. He was the commentator for last season. He's agreed to jump in a few times this season to help me out when going gets tough. How are you doing tonight, Jerry? I am. I kind of wish I was out there racing with these guys, defend my championship, but you know, you win 2 in a row, you got to kind of let everybody else win something. That's what I've been telling everybody. Retire on top. Nobody ever beat you. Yeah, the one that got away from me when I was, starting up was the Wednesday night series. So that one always kind of stung. It came down to the second last race, and I was passed by Mr. Cody Richardson coming through the tri-oval on the last lap after his internet went out, and I got caught up in a wreck. So that was always kind of stung. I've always wanted a Wednesday night to add to my collection. Yeah, it's always a. Oh, you are apparently muted, sir.
People want to hear me.
There we go. That should be better.
Is that better? All right. Hello, everyone.
There we go. Now that voice you hear is Jerry Isaacs.
We'll get this thing up. It's early. It's early in the season. We're still trying to figure this stuff out. They're getting ready for qualifying on track.
Who do we want to watch for qualifying?
Season opener at Daytona. Everybody's been watching it on TV. Now they're getting ready to run it. Should be very exciting racing tonight.
There we go. There we go. Yeah, now you are working. Stream is now caught up.
All right. So as these guys get ready to qualify, what's your strategy on these super speedway races? I like to qualify as fast as I can and be ahead of what I think or hope will be all the chaos. I like being ahead.
Well, see, I try to stay ahead, but for some reason I get caught up in wrecks wherever they seem to be, whether it's at the front, the middle, or the back. So I just want to qualify, get good pit selection, and just kind of survive, I guess. You're a little bit better at these races than I am.
You say that, Kyle, but the last few super speedway races, I think you've done pretty well, if my memory is correct.
Well, I got caught up in the wreck at Talladega, going for the lead. I got caught up in a wreck after blowing up in Daytona.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the 500. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been running better, but yeah, just the bad luck still haunts me.
I hear you, man.
We got Chris Lutz, the first one out on qualifying here. He's running his lap right at the top. Then we're going to see him drop down here, coming across the start-finish line, and get these trucks wound up. See, now I hear sometimes some people just like to run one lap in the trucks, but some people like to run two. What do you like to do, Jerry?
Well, I thought that one lap in the trucks was the fastest, but I'm not so sure I haven't done enough testing to know whether that's a fact or not. And I know last time we raced, it was actually the second lap was faster. I ran one because I thought it was, not because I like it. I just was mistaken on which is the better strategy.
Yeah, the only pole I ever got was in the trucks at Daytona, and I was my second lap was the fastest.
Yep.
So I was like, oh, okay. But it hasn't worked since because I don't think I've qualified in the top 10 since at one of these tracks. I just nailed it the one night.
They change when iRacing does the updates. They change it, and they change the tracks. They change the trucks. So maybe they change something.
Maybe. But here we got Gary Bowman coming across the start-finish line to complete his second lap here. Nice lap set at the time. Oh, he's going to drop below the yellow line. Now that is legal in qualifying, but not in the race, just like real life.
Absolutely. You can do pretty much anything iRacing allows in qualifying during the race. You cannot go below the double yellow line.
We got Gary Bowman at the top of the board. Cyber Thunder's resident Florida man, Eric Anderson, sitting in second here. William Kern in third, and Jamie Horn, who is a new one to the league, in fifth.
We do have a group of folks that are not qualifying. Looks like 23 have qualified so far, at least set a lap. Still got a couple out on track. But we've got a lot of guys that are not qualifying. I think they're going to sit in the back, maybe think that a big wreck will come and they can avoid it. I don't know. What do you think, Kyle? Tonight we've got, what does it look like? Somewhere around 30 trucks plus or minus. We do have some new drivers tonight. I think it's going to be pretty laid back for the first part of the race.
Yeah, I think so. You have the ones that race around everyone on a consistent basis. They know how to race. You'll race with Christian, Dalton Carter, Jackie Brandon. No, that's Chris Letts on
Yep.
there. So the 65 is Chris Letts, not Jackie Brandon. Gary Bowman, you can usually push him through the corners. Eric, you can kind of push him through the corners. Ken Lung with the third fastest time here on Tuesday nights. I think he's making a run at the championship for a full season. He started midway through last season. You're familiar with him from the Mad Sim Road Racing series there, Jerry.
Yeah, I am. I know. I know he's put in over 1,800 laps at Daytona over the last week.
Oh wow.
Run a couple NISs and a bunch of other stuff. So I hope he's got this down, this Daytona thing down. And obviously qualifying at third, he's doing a pretty good job up there. We're getting ready to set our grid. Looks like qualifying is over. We're going to just go down that grid so you know where everybody's starting here. Looks like Gary Bowman got the pole. Eric Anderson in second. Ken Leung, Brett Wright, William Kern, Jamie Horn. Looks like Chris Harefield, Christian Delgado, Dalton Carter, Jackie Brannon, Chris Letts. I'll probably make that mistake a couple of times, is in 10th.
We got you started off in 10th. Oh boy. So Chris Letts in 10th. We got Matthew Hall in 11th. Super Speedway ace Justin Carey, one of the new rookies. Cody Meadows in 13th. Andy Cork, a resident staple around here in the Truck Series, in 14th. Judd Danielson in 15th. Kevin Fetty in 16th. Ray Richer. I believe those are all three teammates, so that'll be good for them. Kendon Cook, Ed Jurgen, who is the Cyber 500 winner, so he already has a high-profile win here at Daytona. George Cushman, David Gainforth, Steven Music, Mike Donahue in, I don't know what position that is, 23rd. Paul Turner, 24th. Expect him to drop to the back. Michael Gruby, I believe that's how you say his name. Crank Bell, Doug Wysocki, Shane Ladeau, Alan Ayres, defending winner of the Cyber Thunder truck race. Daryl Richards Jr., Brian Dorsey, Dennis Ellis, and Chris Dorsey round out your starting 30, I think we got.
Yeah, 33, I think, for
33
Brian Dorsey.
truck strong.
Sorry, I'm pulling double duty here. Got to
Nope,
talk
no
to
worries.
the drivers, do a little admin, keep things rolling out there on track.
All right, let's get this camera switched to Gary and Eric.
70 laps at Daytona. I don't know. Do you know what a fuel run is?
So usually Daytona. Well. So we've adjusted the fuel, haven't
Yeah,
we?
we've got. Yeah, okay. So I didn't know if you had talked to any of the drivers. So we don't know what a fuel run is, but I'm going to guess this is a two-pit for these guys. I'm just guessing.
I would say probably trucks. It's usually 23, 24. So I would say it's probably 26 to 30. I would say, depending on where you are in the draft.
Yeah, maybe a three-pit. No,
I wouldn't say three pit because I think the leader, the boss was gracious and gave them a little bit more of a bigger fuel tank. Let's see.
Plenty of room to go three wide at Daytona. We are getting ready to open the Cyber Thunder Tuesday Night Thunder Series. Gary Bowman leading them around turn 4, waiting for that pace car to pull off.
There we go. We're following the rear chase on Gary Bowman. Look at all those trucks there. A little bit lagging back, just waiting for case some tire spin. But hey, you know what? It's the start of a new season. Let's set them loose.
Pace car is off, just waiting for Bernie to throw that green flag. They got to wait for the green. There goes green flag. They're in the Geico zone, and off they go. Gary Bowman with a good start on the inside with a push. Looks like he's got a nice push down there at the bottom. Upside top line is kind of formed up okay, but just not nose to tail. It's 4x4, 2 wide. Now it's 3 back, 2 wide.
Got 19 going up to the outside there, trying to form his third lane. And they're going to thunder off a turn 2 here, right down the backstretch.
one big group of trucks right now, all 33 drivers having a little bit of fun. I expect it to settle down a little bit. I don't know that it'll go single file up here. I think people are still going to be anxious to try and make sure they stay in that top five. I don't think you're going to see anybody, unless they can sneak in the top five. I don't think you're going to see anybody in that top line go to the bottom.
No, I don't think so. I think in the here we go, Gary Eric trying to set lap one. Let's see who's going to get the first point lead of the season, and it's going to be Eric Anderson. Right now, he is technically your current point leader.
Yeah, Eric Anderson getting a real good push on that outside. I don't have a problem running the outside at all. So I imagine he'll keep doing that and hope that his pusher can keep him out front.
I'll stick those right side tires there, right on that black line, right on the outside. That's usually a good indication on how your truck's feeling, and yeah, it just keeps your momentum up. Oh, and we say that it just as Eric goes right to the bottom.
Well, I do think you might be able to save a little bit of fuel down there. It looked like he was getting a pretty good push, but maybe I'm not sure who the teammates are this year, so I don't know if maybe he was trying to get down there with a teammate or something else.
I believe the 43 and the 19 are teammates. I think, yeah. I think the 19 is a rookie in this series. I thought I just saw something going on back here. Nope, nothing. But this is interesting here. We got Paul Turner just kind of leading a pack all by himself. See, yeah, he's kind of. You want to stay within about a second of the leaders here. You don't want to drop off too much and risk losing the draft, because that is no bueno here.
Yeah, he's got a couple trucks with him, so as long as they've got a couple trucks, I don't think they're necessarily at risk of sorry about that, Ed, that they're at risk of losing the draft, or at least losing a lap, but maybe they're just waiting for a big accident. But right now it's double file throughout the field, but everybody is playing it pretty safe. Top group there is grouped up tightly. The rest are, a car or so off. So I think everybody's kind of biding their time. I think that first pit stop will break this down into a couple of different packs, as some people will find out who really practiced their pits and who did not.
Yeah, pit stops are always kind of the make or break it here. Usually, so you're for this first pit stop. Yeah, let's talk about that. Tires, no tires, lefts, rights. What do you think you're gonna? What would you do?
Green flag. I'm gonna always, if I'm taking enough fuel that it's not gonna slow me down, I'm gonna take rights. If I'm taking a full tank of fuel, which we don't do at Cyber, it's limited, I would take all four. But normally, where there's limited fuel, I'm just gonna take right tires under green. That way, when I'm getting off the track and I'm on that apron coming around 1 and 2 to get back on track, I have better traction getting back on track. We are 3 wide in the second row.
Lap 5, just like Brad Keselowski decided to do in the real one.
Let's go 5 wide. A little bit.
Or 3
Nobody
wide.
Electing to go with that middle car.
Oh, big check up in the back there. Everyone's getting stacked up. I think it was a little bit of 4 wide. And the 13 drops in, and I believe we're okay.
Is that the 13 to Christian Delgado looking to make a move? Nobody went with him. He was able to drop back into 4th. I think the trucks behind him kind of were a little worried they were going to wreck, and by virtue of backing off, gave him some room to get back down out of 3 wide.
This is a track where you do not want to lift, because if you lift, you break that momentum, somebody jumps in front of you, then it's just an accordion effect. And usually if you see that, the wreck happens about 5 or 6 cars behind.
Yeah, absolutely. You're going to get hit in the rear if you have to let up violently or quickly, so to speak. I for one, I appreciate Christian making a move, trying to get there to the top. As we see, second in line on the top, drop down in the front to lead the bottom line, looking to make a move here. That is the 98 of Jamie Horn, getting now pushed by Eric Anderson, looking to make a move on the bottom.
There we go. Sorry, I missed that. I was still trying to learn all this stuff here. But yeah, now we have a new leader who's new to the league, with Jamie Horn leading lap number 7.
Yeah, as I was saying, normally I want to be 3rd or 4th in that line. 4th or 5th is great, actually, because I can save fuel. It makes my pit stop shorter, and I can jump some folks during the pits. Being out front is fun, is exciting, but it burns a lot of fuel.
That it does. Now, the one thing you'll see with drivers here, they're all in discords, so they're all in their own little rooms. So once pitting starts coming up, you'll ask your teammate, all right, what are you taking? Are you taking high or low? And that usually means, are you taking the outside lane coming into pits, the middle lane, or the low lane? So you'll see them all fan out, not to play bumper tag with them coming up into pit stops here.
Yeah, that second pack back there is they're hanging on just fine. They've got about 10 cars back. I'm not sure if they're quite in the draft or not, but they're definitely, because there's enough of them together, they're not going to lose any traction. I think they're happy to just float by here, wait for the wrecks to happen, be there at the end. What do they say? If you want to win it, you have to finish first.
That's exactly what they say, and I have a problem with finishing these things. So
We're back to 2x2 up front. We are, let's see, what are we? 8 laps in out of 70, a little over 10%. Top 10, Jamie Horn, Brett Wright, Eric Anderson, Jackie Brannon. I'm sorry, Chris Letts. I told you I'd do that a couple times. Gary Bowman, Justin Carey, Ken Long, Cody Meadows, Christian Delgado, Andy Cork make up your top 10.
Cody Meadows making a return to the Truck Series here after the last few seasons. He's hunting for another championship with BTR Racing this season.
Excited to see him back. He is always fast.
He's the Kyle Busch of the Tuesday Night Truck Series. He can go 3 wide by himself coming off a corner.
Absolutely. Brett Wright out there leading this race on the top side. He's got Chris Letts pushing him on the outside as they come through turn 4. It looks like that bottom line gets a little bit of a run. That's going to push Jamie Horn back out in front. Coming down the straight, Brett's going to be back in front as we hit the finish line.
Now, the really good thing about Daytona is it's the great equalizer. So, you have horses for courses, but here, everybody's horse is set for Daytona.
Absolutely. This is 2 wide all through the field. You can see him up front jostling just a little bit. We saw Christian Delgado try to make a move. Everything is settled down. I think we're going to see this stay this way until we get close to pits, and then trucks are going to have to drop to that bottom line in order to get in for the pits. I say that Brett Wright drops down to the bottom with Chris Letts to lead that lower line.
I think I'm thundering off turn 4 here. Meadows second in line on the outside. Chris Letts back to the bottom with the 54, and right tucked up underneath the 54. Let's go on board with Chris Letts here. You see here, he's right, kind of touched the apron there a little bit. Right tucked up tight underneath right. I believe that is the winning scheme on a truck from the Daytona 500 winner, William Byron.
How about these rookies out here? We got Justin Carey in first, Brett Wright in third. Jamie Horn looks like down to 11th or 12th.
See that? We got a change for the lead. Cody Meadows went from the outside, pushed the 21 out, and then said, see you later, I'm going to take the lead. And we got the black number 8 here out front at Daytona. How fitting is that?
That's a new paint scheme, is it?
I think he's ran it a couple times, but, he's on a revenge tour, so... Oh, and just to say that, the 54 is going to jump to the outside, but he has no help.
That's a bold move when he's got nobody there to help him. He's got some side drafting, but the car goes down. He's just stuck out there. He may be able to get a run when that line catches him, but that's a bold move to step out there and try and make a run with nobody to help you.
I would rather just control the lane. Even if you're first on the outside, you still have clean air, so the wreck is still going to happen, hopefully behind you, and not catch up to you and take you out there.
Like I said, I'd rather be on the inside, third, fourth back, save some fuel. Early on, not late in the race.
No, early on, you want to save as much fuel, push that pit stop later, take less fuel right at the beginning.
Cody Meadows leading this up 12 spots, one of the big movers here. Kendon Cook now in fourth place, up 14 spots. George Cushman looks like he is in sixth place, up 14 spots. Stephen Musick up 14 spots. Michael Grube, sorry if I mispronounced that, Michael, up 16 spots. We've got a lot of big movers. I'm not sure how they made their way up. We were watching the guys in front, but some big movers out there. Crank Bell up 15 spots into 11th.
Ooh, one guy jumped right up. I don't know if the truck just kind of got loose there. Who is that? That is so many different. Oh, that's the '09 of Steven Music. So many different paint schemes. All the paint schemes switch, so I'm not used to it anymore. 60. The outside line is it's formed up, but just kind of in behind Steven Music. They can't quite get to it and keep a straight line, where the bottom line is just right around that yellow line and just straighter than arrow and kind of drafting a little better.
Yeah, the bottom line's got the shorter track. They got the shorter distance to go. The top line is, I mean, they're single file, but there's some big gaps there, and they're really going to have to push if they want to make a move to stay ahead. But like I say, maybe they're just cruising here. We are 14 laps in, still haven't hit a pit. I think the first pit, you're going to see a lot of movement and action at that point in time. See who really practiced their pits entry and pit exit.
Now your braking zone. You don't have to tell me because I believe you're running on running on Thursday here at Daytona. Cyber Thunder. We're all at the Daytona this week for all three series. Now when you come off of turn 4 and you're ready to make a green flag pit stop, where do you brake? Do you like to brake later, brake earlier? How do you
brake late? I want to brake late, but I'm going to brake smoothly. I don't stab that brake. You stab that brake and you're going to lock them up and kill yourself. So the key is to warm your brakes up and brake smoothly, and I'm going to brake late.
Coming to put 16 laps on the board. Cody Meadows is still your leader, being pushed by the 65.
Cody Meadows might be trying to get bonus points here at Cyber. We get bonus points. You get bonus points for winning the race, bonus points for leading a lap, bonus points for having the fastest lap, and bonus points for leading the most laps. So Cody Meadows might be out there trying to lead the most laps, and of course just lead a lap, get some extra bonus points towards that championship battle.
You get as many points at the beginning as you can.
But Brett Wright trying to lead a lap himself there on the outside, getting a push from, is that the 6? Who is that?
95 of 95. Kendon Cook.
Kendon Cook.
Now, some of the drivers here, they'll have their other teammates who aren't running the truck series run as real-life spotters, which it's nicer to have a real-life spotter in your ear, just, a little bit better.
We don't have any tonight. Oh, we are 3 wide, 4 back. Looks like the 09, if I'm not mistaken, Music got pushed a little bit out of line. He is up in the wall, stuck to the wall. He is dropping like a rock.
Oh, that's not him.
He is now kind of at the end of that second line, got shuffled all the way to the back. Up at the front, contact between the first car on the outside line and the inside line. Just a little tap, no wreck. I think they've been pacing long enough that they're losing a little bit of concentration, and you've got guys now trying to get to the bottom line for pits to get ready for pit. Frank Bell up 23 spots into third place, second in line on the outside. All these top 5, Kendon Cook, Michael Grube, Crank Bell, George Cushman, Shane Ledoux, they're all up anywhere from 15 to 20 spots.
Everybody's kind of dropped to the bottom line here. You're going to about 4 trucks in the outside lane now. So, yeah, I think pit stops are getting ready to happen here in a little bit.
Yeah, this is, you got to find your way and make your way down to the bottom line if you want to pit. It is tough to pit from the outside. You can do it, but better not cause a wreck.
It's kind of hard to pit when you have a car there or a truck there beside you.
Yeah, it looks like they're pretty much single file throughout the entire group, other than these 4 trucks on the outside. Now, they may have been saving some fuel and plan on running a couple extra laps.
Yeah, if you can save 25 laps, and then you go 25, then you got 20 laps at the end of the race. You can push as hard as you want. A little bit of dancing, a little bit of wobbling.
70 if they want to do a two-stop. They've got to make it 23 laps. We're on lap 19. The way these guys are lined up, it doesn't look like they're going to make 23, but you never know.
Oh, the 95 just hit the apron there a little bit coming through 4. Kind of pushed up into the 91, but no harm, no foul. They kept her going straight.
I've not heard any pit calls. We are still nose to tail. Looks like 5 seconds from the leader back to the last in the group, but it's still one big pack.
We got Brian Dorsey here sitting.
Now there's 3 left on that outside. They are the top 3, first 3 on the inside line are single file. Then we're double file for 3 trucks. Those 3 on the trucks, I think, are desperately trying to find a way down, but you don't want to just fall back to the end of the line.
No,
I'm seeing some cars pitting in.
Oh, who's pitting in?
Well, there was a call for a pit, but nobody went in.
Oh, someone faked her out.
Strike.
Hey, and you know what? Mind games are, they're legal in cyber. We don't say anything about it. So if you pit and you wanted to psych someone out, fair on you. Just don't get mad when it happens to you. The 91 and the 15 are wobbling hard coming off of 4. I wonder if those tires are starting to wear out. Track's hot and slick.
Yeah, I'm also wondering if they're trying to push hard to get in front of the leaders to get down to the bottom because they need to pit, or if they're just pushing hard. All right, we're coming up lap 21 complete. They are, I don't know, doesn't look like we have any takers in the pits.
No takers right now.
This is going to be the key lap right here. This is lap 22. If they have to pit now, they're going to have to do some fuel saving to make it the rest of the race. If they do not pit here, then everybody should be good to 2-pit this race. I, for one, am not a fan of Daytona fuel strategy races.
I'm not either. Oh, the 91 drops there below, or the 09 drops there below the yellow line, but he gets back up. Another one in the background, just kind of dropping down. The 91 and the 15 there stuck on the outside. It's a helpless feeling when you can't get down.
All right, here we go. Now I'm getting some calls. There are trucks coming in this time. They did not make it. Yeah, and then we're seeing all through the group. Looks like about half of them or so. No, not even
the
half.
13 locks them up.
Somebody locked it up on pit entry.
Nice save, Christian. Wow.
It was a great save. No black flags on entry.
Allen kind of slid a little bit long in his pit, but it's still legal.
Michael Grube leading the race with Crank Bell pushing. This is going to be a completion of lap 23. I think you're going to see a bunch of trucks pit this time.
There we go. We got action on pit road coming
Lots
out.
of trucks pitting in. This group coming out of the pits is coming out together. 6 trucks all in there. Oh, little side-by-side tapping. They're pretty well grouped up, but then the pack 4 got caught up and the lead 2 are off on their own.
Here comes a big pack coming to pit road here. 3, 4 wide. Crank Bell going to pit in here quick. It's early on in the pits.
Oh, somebody's in their pit stall sideways. That's the 15 truck of Daryl Richards, struggling, having missed his stop, having to back up.
Oh, wow, he really missed a stop there. It's right out in the middle of pit road. That's going to hurt big time, and he was running up front early on.
Yeah, we've got a group of trucks here. It looks like 15 or so trucks that have made it more than 23 laps. They're going to be definitely good to go the rest of this.
Let's see here.
And here they come in the pits.
See what it's... Oh. There we go. Gary Bowen right
Ooh,
down
a
to
couple
yellow.
lockups. Oh, Andy Cork getting sideways, locking it up. Once again, no black flags. Everybody made it in safe, getting to their pit stalls.
There we go. We got the 8 coming out here on pit road. They're going to thunder by this pack just coming
That's
out.
going to put Crank Bell as our leader when these cycle out, but he is out there all by himself.
I wonder if he just took fuel and everyone else took tires.
No, I don't think it's that. I think that he actually a lap earlier than some of these other guys. You got Cody Meadows coming in hot on Crank's tail, looking to. These guys are wobbling back and forth. Oh, I think Cody was going to pick up Crank, but Crank went to the high side. I'm watching Cody Meadows here. Let's see if he's got enough momentum. He's currently in. Looks like he's currently in 10th place. He's got a lot of trucks coming off of pit road. Let's see if that momentum can carry him to the front.
You gotta watch out for these trucks here. They just some of them like to merge.
Oh, some contact in the back. They're just tapping each other as trying to get through traffic. Cody Meadows is in 5th place.
Oh, three wide. This isn't good.
Big wreck. 14.
Oh, a 3-car pileup right off of 4. That's not going to be Alan Ayres. Lost his bumper. Crank Bell, Kendon Cook, and Arca Brakes. Oh, a couple people come to stop. Oh boy. 26 of 70, and the caution flag comes out for the first time this season.
That was just, oh man, that's rough.
That hurts. Right off of pit stops, everything. It's all organized chaos.
We've got a couple of meatballs. It looks like Alan Ayres, Dalton Carter, Kendon Cook.
All right, well, let's go back and see what happened here. Got Crank trying to stick it 3 wide in the middle. Kendon doesn't see him, and they all just come back together right up off of 4. And you got the other packs there, just trying to sneak through. This is what it looks like from Crank's point of view. As the hole closes up, down on the apron, and just takes its course.
I believe we are going to have a driver committee. So if you would you pit and get some fuel right here?
All depends on what how you're kind of feeling at the end of this race. Well, I guess yeah, everybody's kind of pitting.
Not everybody. Looks like we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7 trucks staying out. Everybody else is topping off.
Let's see what it looks like from Matt Hall's point of view. Just tries to Days of Thunder it, and everybody was there. Oh, I can rewind back with the magic of television. So yeah, this track's so big that you can't even see the wreck. You just see all the smoke. You see 3 trucks there. Try to slow up. You go for where the wreck isn't. Dalton Carter just kind of tagged, and Dalton made it through. I think Matt would have been fine. That's just a bummer. That's super speedway race, and as Joey Logano says, it's fun till it ain't.
Got through that first pit cycle. The trucks were broken up a little bit in terms of different groups. I think we were really going to start to see some racing. Had a caution. Now they're all bunched up again. You know what they say, right?
Cautions breed cautions.
Cautions make little baby cautions. So we'll see. It's still, to me, we've got another pit. It's still a little early to be out there fighting really hard or really aggressively. I'm not sure. I think I would probably just cruise to the next pit stop, but I don't know. We'll see how anxious that makes these truck drivers.
Now with this series, the drivers do not get a fast repair. So they don't get a roll of duct tape. They don't get Flex Seal. They don't get to bring out a new truck off the hauler. You wreck it, you're done. Pack it up, and we'll see you next weekend in Chicagoland, I believe it is. Got any final takers here just to top up on fuel? Doesn't look like it.
Yeah, 1 to go here, I think. Yeah.
Got 1 to go. We got Ed taking the outside. Gary has elected to take the bottom. One thing in Cyber is we do get to pick your lane if you're the leader or the pole sitter. Now, this restart, Gary has the choice of taking off whenever he wants. The pace car comes off, the start of the grass, he can hammer down and everyone can catch up to him. At any other track, that would be a great plan. But here at Daytona, the draft is so powerful, there's no point in it. You might as well just wait till the green flag and take off all at the same time.
So Crank Bell actually claimed that. So he will move to the end of the line. I know he had some work done on his truck coming. No, I think he is still in the pits. Still having some work done on his truck.
Field all 2x2 here, coming halfway down the backstretch. Got the
All right,
94 trying to catch up here.
We're going to get back to racing here on lap 29 to start lap 29. This will be kind of interesting because I think it's not going to be a fuel issue now, so I think they're going to be racing a little bit harder.
Just kind of split this in half, kind of deal.
Dennis Ellis, I'm not sure what happened on that pace lap there. Just looks like something happened, and let me see here. He just kind of veered off in the grass.
Texting and driving. Don't
and
text
then
and drive, people.
Pulled back on and got back in line. So I don't know. Maybe he had to. Yeah. Pace car is off. We've got Gary Bowman and Ed Jurgen. Gary on the inside, Ed on the outside. Green flag. They are off. Kind of looks like Gary may have missed a shift there. He had a really good start and then all of a sudden checked up a little bit. Ed on the outside's got a big jump. Let's see if he goes down to the bottom.
Yeah, get to the bottom as soon as possible. No, it's early on. You can make friends later on.
Absolutely. I think Gary missed a shift there.
Which is a rare mistake out of Gary. Usually he's pretty good.
Absolutely. You don't see many mistakes out of him.
You got the 43 and the 12 teammates there on the outside. The 31.
Oh no! Dennis Ellis has a black flag.
Oh,
he's in the pits. So I don't. He was the one that he was the one that went off track. So he might have had something come up.
Might have just been coming out of pit road and just tagged that yellow line and give him a pass through penalty.
Unfortunately, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trucks that are in the pits. Dennis Ellis, Alan Ayers, Crank Bell, Kendon Cook, Dalton Carter is the extra. He is out of the race. Those guys are out. We're left with 28 trucks in the race. Meanwhile, Eric Anderson dropping down to the bottom, leaving Andy Cork on the top. Andy's got a great run, looking to take the lead here. When he gets out front, let's see if he drops to the bottom.
09 pushing the 12, 91 pushing the 09. I wonder if Eric will just check up and just let the 12 get down in front of him here. You know, teammates. Eric likes to play nice early on. There's
the 12's going to go down. He had plenty of room. That's going to leave Music on the outside as our leader coming in, just starting lap 31.
Well, track's kind of starting to come a little bit of overcast here, so the speed should start picking up as the track kind of cools down. Sunny Daytona weather.
We are too wide pretty much throughout the pack. I think you're going to start seeing some racing now that fuel is not an issue. Looks like this top line has all the momentum. They keep rising, they're rolling to the front, and then that front truck driver just drops down to the bottom to lead the bottom line. Bottom line not as well formed up, just kind of rotating new leaders. There's nothing frustrating than leading that bottom line and not getting a good push and then watching 4 or 5 cars or trucks roll down to the bottom line in front of you. Remember, Gary Bowman started as the leader of that bottom line. He's now got 5 trucks in front of him as this outside line just rolls the outside, gains momentum, gets to the front, and then that lead truck driver tends to just drop down to that bottom line.
Seems to be like the top 10 positions here are just, it's just a rolling conveyor belt. If you're in 10th, you might as well jump to the outside because in 3 laps, you'll be the leader again.
Absolutely. And once again, these guys up front are up Shane Ledoux in first, up 27 spots. Michael Grube up 23 spots. These guys from the back of the pack race their way to the front. We saw them there earlier. They are making good time today.
It's always nice to see the new guys come out and pick on the veterans here. I think the 99 there just kind of got shuffled out. Oh, no, he's back into position. It looked like they were going to stick him 3 wide on the outside there. The 91 drops to the inside to take the lead from the 09. Relatively easy, Everyone's kind of cordial right now. Like, oh, you want to lead? Sure, go ahead. Get some points.
Cody Meadows in 20th place. I'm watching him because he's one generally doesn't like running back there in 20th place. Oh, up front, they're getting little slideways, almost a little collision. These trucks are just, the lines are just not very tight right now. Seeing a little bit of an accordion, but it doesn't seem to me like they're racing very hard yet.
09 kind of dipped there below the yellow line. I don't know what he was doing there. Either the truck just kind of got light coming through the tri-oval or what, and he's going to do it again going into 1. That's just, it's not ideal. You cannot do that. It's an out-of-bounds zone.
Got one truck out there solo, but mainly we are all still one big pack. And we've got some of these guys back here at the usual, I'll call, Paul Turner, Mike Donahue, these guys staying way back from the pack, waiting for an accident to happen. We're 34 laps in, getting ready to be halfway through.
Seen it time and time again here on the Cyber Thunder Broadcast Network. Paul Turner could be like 3 laps down on lap 2, and there he is coming off of 4, leading the race at the end of the race. It's just, nobody knows how he does it, whether he finds a shortcut or something, but he's always at the front at the end of these races, no matter how it starts.
Absolutely. This top line's formed up, and the bottom line's got some big gaps. We're starting to see a couple people drop down to the bottom. 38 coming. Oh, he's got the hole. Drops down in front of Eric. And see if we can start getting some races up here up front.
Yeah, rear chase here on the 99. You can just see the whole pack of cars, whole pack of trucks there behind him.
Coming around turn 4, we're going to be halfway done when they hit start finish. Shane Ledoux leading the pack, Stephen Music second, Michael Grube, Andy Cork, Justin Carey, Matt Hall is in 6th. Brett Wright, Jamie Horn, Chris Harefield, and Eric Anderson make up your top 10.
I think Matt Hall must have gotten a gift from iRacing there, because he hit the 3 car pretty hard there after that wreck, and his truck does not look any damaged, so the iRacing gods gave him one. Let's go on board with Matt Hall here, see what he's looking at. Now there's just, it's just rush hour traffic at 180 miles an hour. There's just nowhere to go, bumper to bumper.
Yeah, Matt is kind of boxed in right there. He was able to make a move down to the bottom, gave him a little bit of an advantage. He's up 4 spots in this race, but he's going to probably have to juggle his way back and forth a little bit if he wants to move up from there.
The trucks are all packed up nice and tight. You guys want to see some pain? This is what it's like when you lose the draft. This is the 11 truck.
Dennis was in the pits for quite a while, had some damage fixed, I believe, and so that's why he is solo.
It's just...
Yeah, he was in the pits for about 2.5 minutes getting some damage fix. But yeah, that's a lonely drive right there.
It's a painful feeling. Everyone's had it happen once. You lose the draft, whether you're in the pits too long, you get kind of checked up, and you just watch everybody drive off, and you're just waiting until you hear leader outside, and they go to put you a lap down. So he's about...
Bottom line, trying to make a move here. Stephen Music, as you pointed out, tends to drop below that yellow line a little bit. It's not helping them move forward, but they are making some progress.
So just for reference here, the 91 ran a 49.77. The 11 going across the start-finish line now, so almost exactly half a track, ran a 52.51, so nearly 3 seconds off the pace. That's just how powerful the draft is at these tracks.
See Music pushing Shane Ledoux, getting him up to where this bottom line now has 3 cars clear of the pack. What do you think? If you're Matt, if you can get at clear, do you go to the top?
Yeah, that's just seems to be where the leaders come
Oh, the
from. Oh,
leader goes to the top. Maybe does not like the pushes he was getting. Goes to the top line. He's going to back them up a little bit, but if they can get nose to tail, they can make a run here. That's going to leave Andy Cork pushing Stephen Music on the bottom.
the one really nice thing about this, what we're seeing right now, is with Daytona here. You know, if you stay with us through the rest of the season, hopefully you do. You like and subscribe and click the bell icon on the YouTube channel, and we do this every Tuesday night up until I think late end of June, just before the kids are out of school. If you're in Canada, yeah, up right now you got a lot of people who really don't see the lead too often. You know, you got the 12, the 91. Well, he's new to the league. The 09. So it's nice to see these guys having a chance to win the race.
Yeah, there's lots of rookies up here. We got Shane Ledoux, Michael Grube, Justin Carey, Jamie Horn, Brett Wright, all up there in the top 8.
Let's
31, Shane Ledoux to the lead, getting a really good push by the 99 of Michael Grube.
91, 99, 21. All new to the league. 09, 12, and 24. All veterans of the league.
All right, I believe, let's see. No, we're 13 laps in. We're about halfway into this run, so we'll have pits in about 12 to 13 laps, I believe. Some of those were under caution. Some people, some of these trucks might still be saving a little bit of fuel, but I assume that means so they can go all out on that last run. We are still one big pack other than the one truck off by himself.
And they are catching him fast. He is now just over a quarter of a lap behind. So the next few laps we'll be able to throw it on to the leader, and you'll see that 11 car, that 11 truck just coming right back to the pack.
Andy Cork drifting a little bit high. I think he just got his truck just drifted high. I thought he might be trying to make a move. He almost, to me, looks like he wants to make a move, and so he kind of cheats out a little bit, and nobody goes with him. I don't know if that's the case or if he's just drifting up the track a little bit. He's got the 99 on the outside. Michael Grube leading that outside line, trying to make a charge, but the truck behind him, the 21 of Justin Carey, just not getting to his bumper. They're not going to make any progress. In fact, Carey goes down to the bottom. I don't know if he's looking to save fuel, maybe, or just was not comfortable pushing that 99 truck to the front. Looks like the 54 of Brett Wright is not at all afraid to do a little pushing. Got right there on the bumper of the 99, pushing the tri-oval. They moved up a car. There's now 3 back from the lead on that high side. You'll see the 54 as they level out into that backstretch. Nope, I'm sorry, they're in the tri-oval now.
They're just coming off before, coming to complete
Yep.
lap. I can't do math. You're the math guy.
But the 54, as they've gotten to that bumper a little better, now you're seeing this outside line just train the inside. It's easy because of the draft and the side draft. It's usually easy to get 2 leaders. Sometimes it's harder to pass them, but that 54 is pushing hard on the 99. They are both clear. Let's see if they drop to the bottom. 54 drops to the bottom. Oh, 99 tries to go with him, but just couldn't. He didn't know he was going to go down there. Almost a wreck.
Left them out to dry. 54 is going to come back and try to get another lap towards that most laps led here.
That's kind of interesting.
91's going to say nope, and he's going to jump to the outside.
Seeing some really good driving here. Drivers avoiding wrecks where somebody's making an aggressive or unexpected move. It's really interesting, though. If I'm the 54 and I just push that 99 to the front so easily, I just stuck with him and just railed this bottom line. I don't know why you would leave the guy that you've just figured out the two of you are working together well. Although the 54 does now have a truck of Shane Ledoux 91 in front of him. He was really good pushing that 99. 99 on the top side getting a big push as well. Let's see if the 54 can push this bottom line out to gap the top.
Now, if you're the 99 and you remember that from the 54 just pushing you out and dropping you the lead. Do you remember that for later on in the race, coming to with 2 to go? It's like, oh well, he jumped out at the last second. So do you want to go with him, or do you want to just kind of say, no, you've done it once, buddy. I don't trust you.
Oh, getting contact, just drifting to the outside. To answer your question, I remember that for the rest of my career, not just for the rest of the race. That 54 would get no help from me in any race in the rest of my career, unless I just needed to push somebody.
Yeah, race car drivers, we have long memories.
99 trying to get some draft off this lap car. He's going to drop back down. A lot of trucks drop to that bottom line. 99 kind of all by himself there.
This is what it looks like as a lap car as the field just goes by you when you're underpowered. You're stuck on the outside and you're just hoping that everybody gets by you.
99's got a new pusher in Brian Dorsey there on the outside. Bottom line, Shane Ledoux, Brett Wright, Steven Musick. Looks like Cody Meadows. I talked about him. Is that him? Nope, that's the 18. I'm sorry. That's Chris Harefield there on the bottom. The paint looked the same to me. I don't have whatever numbers turned on trading paints.
Now, if we go on board with the 91 here, this is what I was talking about. You see that one car right up in front of you. You want to get a little bit of draft off of him, and hopefully he sticks to the outside. Yep, that's the nice thing to do. There's no through the outside lane, and you just go on your merry way past them.
99 was getting a good push by Dorsey. Looks like Dorsey's backed off just a little bit, but they have made up some room there now, caught up to the second truck on the inside line. Formed up really well. We saw the 54 Brett Wright push the 99 really aggressively earlier. Let's see if he's willing to push the 91 of Shane Ledoux to keep this bottom line in the lead.
You got the 11 here. It's just kind of sitting in front of the 101. If I were Dave Gainforth, I would just push him up there, because then you got an extra buffer. And if he drops down, you're not racing him for position, but you can save a little bit of fuel off of him and maybe just stretch it a little more. Less fuel you got to take on the end of the last pit stop here.
Kind of interesting. Shane Wright not pushing this lead truck quite as aggressively. I don't know if he was pushing so hard because he just wanted to get to the front, and now he's saving some fuel, or what, but he seemed to be pushing the 99 really hard to get to the front. Now that he's in the front, looks like he's content to stay just a little bit there off of the bumper. Meanwhile, Michael Grube 99 does finally get to the bottom, gets his advantage back, gets in front of the truck in front of 54.
A little bit of jockeying in position there. You got the 94 with the modified 94 there. No front bumper. They don't drive nice without a front bumper there. Kind of throwing everyone for a loop. 99 here, coming off of turn 4. Coming to 22 laps to go.
We are 2x2, 6 cars back, although Crank Bell in the back of that pack on the high side is laps down. Let's see. He is 17 laps down. All right, I'm getting a call. Some guys are pitting. We are on lap 49, so we're going to have 20 laps or less to go, 21 to go or less. I think everybody should be able to make it on fuel.
I believe so. I think our first pit stop was, 23, 24. Yep. So, yeah, they should be able to make it. Make sure you get that tank packed full, because you don't want to be half a lap short, because if you're running out front by yourself, all that's going to disappear.
Yeah, plus you want room for a green-white checker. All right, we're going to see these guys now enter pits.
Six trucks coming to pits. And
looks like they all made it safely. Those are still a big pack. This is when, once those guys pulled off, this is when I am hustling. I am pushing as hard as I can now, because I want to push hard, get down into the pits. George Cushman struggling there on the high side. He got really loose, really checked up that top line.
14 jumps back to the outside. Now the 11 and the 14 there. I believe they are running for, well, maybe not, for Lucky Dog. No. I think Dennis is a few more laps ahead of them what Crank is.
Got a bunch of trucks coming in the pits again this time. Looks like almost that entire bottom row. Still have a bunch of trucks that are going to go an extra lap.
Looks like everybody makes it. Nice, clean, and even. Now the struggle is if your pit is early and you're on the outside lane, you got to watch out for one of those trucks there that are inside of you.
Don't see anybody caught speeding. Everybody must have been practicing their pits.
That'd be hopefully. Now pit exit is one of the tough things here. If you get a little bit squirrely and it kicks you to the outside and you touch that line, your race is over, especially within 20 to go.
Got to call out George Cushman calling out he wants to pit, but he was on the outside. They let him in. They made room and let him in so he could pit.
A lot nicer than what we would have been. Would have been,
yeah,
you want to pit? Get to the bottom. I guess that's
Trucks
the old
fan out, getting ready. They looks like
again
locks it up again, but no problem.
Oh, that's not good.
Some wrecking on pit road, bumping
13
and grinding.
into the 92.
Did not push him into speeding.
So 92 missed his pit box, so that's not going to be happy there.
Oh, up in front, who is that? Somebody who looks like they are too close to the wall. Is that 43? Yes, it is. Eric Anderson now backing up, going forward. No, it's the 37. I'm sorry.
I was like, the 43's on track.
Yeah. No, he was in the 43 pit stall, then had to back up, go forward, back up.
And look at this. Look who's considered to be... Oh, wait.
Current leader is Paul Turner.
Look at that. Like I said, he was dead last, 3 laps down on lap 2. And
now he's coming out of the pits, and he's by himself. He's going to have a horde of trucks coming. Also coming out of the pits right now, looks like George Cushman, Meadows, and here comes the Beehive right behind him.
Yeah, right.
These guys are so nice. They actually checked up and slowed down instead of going around. Oh, I am seeing such courtesy.
It's not like what it used to be, I guess. It'd be like, well, if we can drop you, then goodbye.
I mean, absolutely. Why would I want to wait for somebody? This is a race.
Exactly. I remember we've had conversations of, we got 5 or 6 of us that want to be in here, and it's like, oh, we got one person. If we can push him and drop kick him, then, well, we'll be better off.
Absolutely. Paul Turner in the lead, but this Beehive is coming, and they are coming fast. They are not going to... Looks like we have a driver that might stay with him. The rest of everybody is moving out to the outside and going around. Cody Meadows taking it 3 wide. He's going to be 4 wide.
Oh, you can't do that here, but wow, yeah, they made it stick.
Oh, outside, Crank Bell almost in the wall. Cody Meadows still in the middle, 3 wide. Chris Letts on the outside, Paul Turner on the inside. He is 3rd in row, still in the middle.
65 a little bit loose, getting a push from the 24. They're off of 4.
All right, Cody Meadows gets in there. He gets clear. He can go low. Does he quit on the guy that pushed him there? Oh, he doesn't want to. He wants to help him, but he's a little nervous about not being able to get to the bottom.
Now, the 13 is his teammate, so he might be a little
okay.
91 with no help on the bottom there. 24 drops to the push to the 4. Up to the 91. Remember, 3
Paul
wide
Turner,
for the
how
lead
about there up
4.
here in the top 5? We are 3 wide going down the backstretch for the lead.
I don't know what's up with the 13. Like, he'll hit a random bump and the thing just wobbles a lot more. Oh, kind of a little bit of contact there with the 4, but they all keep it going. The top 6, throw a blanket over him. Coming off of 4 with 16 to go.
3 wide, Cody Meadows in the middle with the lead, getting a push from the 13 of Christian Delgado. Paul Turner, you talked about it. There he is fighting in 3rd place, bottom row. Down there as well on the bottom, leading that bottom line. Looks like we are going to be 2 by 2. That's racing right there.
This is amazing racing here at Daytona International Speedway for the opener of the Tuesday Night Thunder Series.
Man, I'll tell you what, we just had a green flag pit stop. There's 25 cars all still in one pack after that green flag pit stop. Awesome racing, guys. Good to see it. That's incredible. 13 just goes to the high side. Are they trying to control both lines?
I think the 8 was like, if you can get down with me. But if I can get down, I'm going to drop down, and sorry about your luck, bud. Oh, the four down below the yellow line there, coming towards turn one. This is not gonna be good. Gotta merge up. Lose. Oh, yeah, he's gonna lose the draft here. 15 to go. That'll be the end of his race unless he gets a caution. You can just see everybody driving away. That's unfortunate. Paul was making great moves up towards the field.
Hey, we've got a guest in here in the booth, Mr. Cody Richardson. How are you?
Yeah, pretty good. Sorry, my flight was a little delayed from Atlanta Motor Speedway to here, but just landed off the backstretch there, and I happened to make it here. We got a pretty good race going on. Looks like 14 laps to go.
14 laps to go. We just got through green flag pit stops. Everybody's been a little bit of fuel saving at first, but this green flag pit stop, come out of the green flag pit stop, and we've got 23 cars in the main pack after green flag pits.
That 13 managed to get down in front of the 8, so I wonder if Cody just kind of checked up and said, come on, teammate, get on down here. Oh, we got the 18 here coming up. He must have had a problem early on in those pits because he was up in this main pack messing around, but I guess he must have just slid through his box. And
top line checks up. Looked like they were going to try and push him. It's really pushed this top line to the back. They're going to fall back. 91 to the outside again with no help. He did that earlier. I don't understand. He goes to the top. He's got no help. He is going to lead that top line. Maybe he hopes, or maybe he has a teammate back there he's waiting on to help push him to the front.
Yeah, it almost looked like that fourth truck in the line tried to pull out and go with him and then thought better of it and ducked back into that bottom side, but he's up there leading that top line now, doing pretty good it looks like.
Yeah, Cody, we had, coming out of the pits, we had 3x3 racing for about 3 laps. Awesome, exciting, clean racing. We've seen very respectful racing and some really good racing, people checking up at the right times and avoiding wrecks. This last, what do we got here, 12 laps? It should be pretty exciting.
Yep, coming to 12 to go here.
Yeah, with everybody in this lead pack. Some of these guys up here, Cody Meadows up 11 spots. Chris Dorsey up 29 spots. He is in 5th place. Shane Ledoux, one of our rookies, up 24 spots into 4th place. But right now it's Christian Delgado getting pushed by Cody Meadows on the bottom with Matt Hall, the 3rd truck. I think these guys are linked up pretty well.
Yeah, that third lane was getting a really good push down the front straightaway there. Second truck's doing what he needs to do, backing off a little bit in the corners to try not to get squirrely, but here comes a surge from the outside lane. Is that the 91 leading that outside lane, gets a really good run off of turn 2, but it looks like the 8's going to be able to connect back up on that bottom lane, and they surge forward as they go into 3.
Yeah, that top line, that 3rd truck, Steve Music, is just struggling to keep up with the 2nd truck. So they're going to get a good push here and there, but if they want to get in front of that bottom line, that 3rd truck's going to have to snug up a little bit and help push. Another lap car coming in as they come into the tri-oval. We just completed lap 59. We got 11 laps to go.
Yeah, another slow car going to be up high here in turn 1 and 2, but it looks like everybody, a little squirrely here from the 8 of Cody Meadows as they enter turn 1.
Oh, 15 in the wall.
Top car's up in the wall. We're going to all 3 talk at once because it's so exciting.
I think he's going to survive here.
He'll drop in. A little hairier than I thought it was going to be.
He'll just drop in there and try to keep on the draft. 8 shoving the 13 down into turn 3. We haven't seen much of that all night, kind of pushing in the corners. Usually the cars get a little bit squirrely, but here they go, coming to 10 laps to go. Race is almost over, boys. Well, actually, the race is just starting.
Yeah, that we saw last night in the Daytona 500 in real life. This was whenever things started getting dicey. That 15 laps to go, the momentum starts picking up, and here with under 10 to go now, it's going to get a lot bigger pushes. You're going to have to hang on a little bit more. You can see that inside line getting a little bit squirrely as they're pushing on entry. Outside line's not really formed up. Looks like the bottom's going to have momentum coming off of 2.
Kind of interesting here. We talked about these rookies. At one point, we had 5 rookies in the top 8 leading this race. Now we've got the vets on the bottom. Christian Delgado, Cody Meadows, Matt Hall leading that bottom run. Up at the top, it's the rookies, the 91 of Shane Ledoux and the 54 of Brett Wright. They've been running towards the top. It's kind of a little veterans versus rookies here.
Oh, big loose, it looked like, from that 3rd truck in line on the outside coming off of turn 4. Almost collected Andy Cork on the inside, was able to get it straightened away as they were passing a lap car. Everybody's still in line. 9 laps to go.
I wonder if that '09 went to go out. Oh no! Here we go.
Caution
Oh,
is
my
out.
goodness. Caution is out. It looked like live that the 8 of Cody Meadows kind of got a little out of shape in that bottom line. It might have gotten a little bit of a hook as well, but goes up the track just like we've seen from Ryan Blaney 3 or 4 times, and right in front of the field, just a pretty hard hit there. A bunch of trucks collected up in that.
Oh my gosh, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trucks with meatballs, 7 trucks with meatballs. This is going to put a lot of drivers in the pits.
All right, let's go back, and everyone's kind of gathering up. Let's go back and watch that. We'll go to it, but then we'll back up here a little bit. We'll back up to the finish line here.
It starts right as they enter into right when they get into compression in turn 1 right there, actually.
Let's see here. So Cody kind of just washes up into the 91, and once you get a car turning sideways, oh, that 69 right underneath the 91 just shoots him up.
Yeah, and I mean, it doesn't even, there's a little bit of net code there too. I mean, Cody washes up a little bit, but not a whole lot. Just some tight side draft on the outside there with Ledoux. Whew. Yeah, 69 comes in, almost sends the 91 over the catch fence in turn 1 there. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but that really seems like it's a lot of a racing incident, racing hard coming to the end stages here.
They're on board with the 69. Oh, he just got hooked. And right up underneath the 91 there. He almost had it missed, but I guess a truck must have come down from the outside and turned him right into the wall.
Yeah, I mean, you know as well as I do, Kyle, it's a lot of times when something happens in front of you there, you just hit the brakes and hope for the best, but most of the time you end up getting collected in it too. The only way to avoid the wrecks, it seems like, is to be in front of them. I don't know that there was any I don't think there was any ill intent there from Cody, and he was about as far out front as you can get and still wasn't able to avoid anything. I just feel like it's a racing incident there. I don't know about you.
Yeah, it looks like when he went down in the corner, it just kind of, like almost with the truck on his outside. I've noticed with these trucks here at Daytona, I don't know if you have, Jerry, if you have a truck in a certain amount of time or a certain amount of space, it almost pulls you to the right. And if you're not prepared for it, then it'll, we'll see what happens. You see what happens there in turn 1. It just collects everybody.
I think Jerry stepped aside to do some admin duties and everything. I haven't driven the trucks near as much as you have, Kyle, but I've watched enough of them broadcasting last season. I think you're exactly right. It pulls the air off of the right side of that truck and just makes it easier for you to lose the nose. And once you lose the nose and you're full throttle, you can either do 2 things, lift or let it wash up. It washed up there on Cody, but tight racing. 10 laps earlier, it probably wouldn't have caused a wreck because they're giving a little bit more room, but coming to this checkered flag, even though we're still 7 laps away from it, 8 at whenever the wreck happened, you got to try to get everything you can. You lose momentum, it may take you 4 or 5 laps to gain it back.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to be and it's inside 10 to go. You want to be moving forward. You don't want to be losing. Now the one who helps that this helps is the 4 of Paul Turner. As we saw earlier, he kind of got a little squirrely coming through the tri-oval, dropped below the apron, and downshifted into 3rd to stay on the apron, and he had lost the pack. So the big fan of this wreck was Paul Turner.
Yeah, I know Paul doesn't wish ill on anybody, but he was probably hoping or giving a little thank you that he could to the man upstairs if he believes in him as soon as that wreck came out, because he's now currently sitting 10th. Went from losing the draft to sitting 10th.
That's the magic of Daytona. That's all it takes. One big wreck, you could be running 23rd, and then you're up there sitting in 10th place.
Yeah, it ends up turning out you sit pretty well there. Looks like lights are going to be shutting off on the pace truck this time. Going to start lining up. I think we've only had 10 or 11 trucks out here that weren't involved in that wreck. I believe those are all the ones that stayed out and none of the ones that pit. It looks like your current running order here is we are getting ready to go. We will be going green with 5 to go. Delgado, Matthew Hall, Chris Dorsey, Justin Carey, Eric Anderson, George Cushman, Judd Danielson, Ray Richer, Mike Donahue, Paul Turner, top 10 right now.
Now, if we look here at the 7, he's got a little bit of damage on his rear, which that's okay. That's not going to hurt you too much. But if you spin it around, he's got a little bit of damage on his front end. So, he might be a good pusher, but if he gets out in front and that damage starts to hurt, whatever line he's in, you want to try to get away from him as soon as possible, because that's just going to act like a parachute and drag you guys all back.
Yeah, that's where
absolutely.
Yeah, that's where we talked. There's no live spotters in this, and that's where having a live spotter helps a ton, because they can get that information to you. Whereas right now, only the truck behind him probably knows that.
Now, if you're on good terms with the people in the league, you can be like, "Hey, how's my bumper? How's my front bumper?" And they'll drive up and they'll tell you how it is. Or
you don't even need to be on good terms. They'll be glad to tell you that kind of stuff. But if you're not on good terms, they may lie to you.
Yeah, you might as well pit.
If we're on bad terms, Jerry, I may not tell you the truth. Oh yeah, that's a bunch of damage. You probably ought to come down pit road. I don't think you're going to make this restart.
Absolutely. Hey, I think you've told me that.
So anyway, the pace car's about to come off of turn 4 here and come down pit road. We're going to go green with 5 laps to go. How's the weather up there, Jerry? Yeah,
fantastic.
Pace car about to pull off here. Set them loose with 5 laps to go, just like Cody said. Christian is the control truck, but you might as well wait till green.
Oh, they're still bunching up there in the back. Christian Delgado with a great launch, but the 10 car not on his bumper. Matt Hall out on the outside, 1 car back. He's got a big gap to his. Eric Anderson, George Cushman, these cars are not grouped up well at all. We'll see who can group up first and make their line go.
Yeah, Jerry, you mentioned it. A great jump from the 13. Luckily for him, everybody else kind of got a little slow back there. Big block from the 10. Big block in front of Matt Hall. Is able to keep it going, though. Looks like Eric Anderson. Oh, they're wrecking on the backstretch. Wrecking on the backstretch.
May or not get a yellow. No yellow.
Yet.
No caution.
No yellow led, and they'll keep going out front right there. Eric Anderson was a little bit involved in that, but keeps rolling.
13 way up
a lot of momentum.
You think this is a short track with their beating and banging, but look who's sitting in third. He lost the draft early on, and now he's back to third place. Paul Turner.
Gary Bowman in 5th place, he's trying to take it 3 wide. He wants to make a move, just could not happen. 9 car going to hit the 10 pretty quick here. Eric Anderson on the bottom trying to catch up to the 2 up front.
Man, you said the 13 way up high, but it worked that side draft, kept that outside lane from doing anything, and he's still going to maintain the lead. Outside lane's going to have a little bit of a surge as they come off turn 2 now, but here gets a 13 with a big push from the truck behind him, but the outside lane's going to prevail. 10's going to be out clear by a car entering turn 3.
10 and 9 cars, those are both Dorsey. You'll see the paints are the same. Those guys are definitely working together and working well on that top side.
But hey, don't look now. Right behind that 9 car, there's our pole sitter, Gary Bowman. He kind of dipped at the beginning of the race, and now he's right back up here when it matters most. Coming.
Oh, wreck off a 4 there, but I don't think it's going to bring out a caution either. Wreck down pit road. That was the 7 we saw spinning in the background. We mentioned his damage on the front. Don't know if that had anything to do with that wreck. We've got a little bit of a breakaway here. Looks like the top 10 or 12 cars are able to pull away a little from the pack. We've got 3 laps to go as they exit turn 1.
We got Christian and Chris on the front row, Paul Turner and Brian Dorsey right behind them, and we got Florida man Eric Anderson in 5th and Gary Bowman sitting there in 6th. Throw a blanket over
drifts
him.
Up high again, making it really hard for Paul to get a good push.
10's going to throw a big block. Yep, teammates are trying to run both lanes here. Christian's having nothing to it. Big hit to the back bumper there. Heavy side draft from the 10's teammate behind him. Is able to tuck back up into line, but that's going to allow the bottom lane to surge forward as they cross the line with 2 to go.
And at our last restrictor plate track here at when we ran at Talladega in the playoffs, this is how the Dorseys won it.
Going 3 wide, trying to make a run. Nobody is going with him.
And this is getting pretty exciting here at the front of the pack, and it's allowed these little bit of stragglers that were slowly falling back there to catch up a little bit. They're going to have huge momentum on the last lap here.
Delgado again.
Oh, there goes Delgado.
Paul Turner's just not having any of that anymore. Delgado once again goes high. I think maybe to do a side draft.
Delgado hit the inside wall, but here we go. Coming off of turn 4, we've got Chris Dorsey in the lead. The 9 jumps to the outside to get a push. The 10 has no help. There we go.
Now 10's going to get a big push now from the 21, it looked like. Justin Carey going to push him hard now, but the top lane's got 2 trucks clear. They're shading to the bottom, trying to get it there. Oh, they tried to clear themselves. It's going to force a 3 wide here in the middle of turn 1 and 2 as we are coming to the checkered flag this time.
Once again, that's some very nice racing as the 37 allows Ed Jurgen to get in behind Gary Bowman. Now Gary Bowman has a car to push in front of him. This is going to be the Dorsey brothers on the bottom going to make a late block, but the 21's having none of it. Goes around him with Gary Bowman pushing on the outside.
Yeah, that's going to cause that middle to go. Looks like, they're going to be 3 wide here coming off of turn 4, coming to the checkered flag. A big block. Oh, and they're wrecking the entire field wrecks. Coming through, don't look now.
And who's going to come out smelling?
Cross the line.
Coming out smelling like a bed of roses. Paul Turner once again steals one at Daytona.
Oh my goodness.
David Gainforth is second, and Mike Donahue is third. Look at that, a different top 3.
People we hadn't talked about in the 20 laps I've been in here. I don't know where Paul Turner came from.
That's what I said earlier. He can be 3 laps down on lap 2, and he comes out, he'll find his shortcut, and he will steal another one at Daytona. I've seen him do it, I don't know how many times, but here he is again. Just, I guess we got to start calling him the closer.
I've got to watch this last lap. So looking at 3 and 4, yeah, it looks like the 9 tried to get a little bit funny there and throw a block and everything. The 21 had nothing to do with it. Stuck him 3 wide. 21 coming off of 4 just tried to get up in front of Bowman and wasn't quite clear. Paul was the second car in line on that bottom of 3 wide, and as soon as he got spin, or as soon as they spun below him, he ducked out of the way, was clear of everything, wrecking behind, and no pressure as he crosses the line. That's an amazing job, amazing awareness to see what was happening around him and make it across the line without any more damage.
I would have gone back, but I don't have the opportunity to with my program here, so still learning how to do it. So I would have showed it, but I don't have the option to show it. But Paul Turner here doing some donuts at Daytona, a place he's done donuts quite often. Cody, if you could drag the 4, the 101, and the 70 up, please.
I will see what I can do here. If you want to go over our finishing order, I'll try to get that done for you here.
All right, unofficial or official finishing order here at Daytona for the first race of the Tuesday Night Series. Paul Turner in first, David Gainforth with I believe will be his best finish of the league in second. Mike Donahue in third, Doug Wysocki in fourth, Eric Anderson in fifth, Ray Richer in sixth, Ken Lung in sixth, Chris Dorsey, after a beautiful run coming off of 4, getting caught up in that last lap wreck, 5th to 8th, still gets the top 10 out of it. Andy Cork in 9th, and Brian Dorsey, who was involved in that wreck with his brother Chris, rounding out your top 10. Justin Carey in 11th, Ed Jurgen in 12th, Gary Bowman in 13th, Chris Lutz in 14th, Cody Meadows, after a tough luck night tonight, in 16th, Matthew Hall, same thing with him in 17th, William Kern in 18th, Kevin Fetty 19th, Steven Music, after a great run tonight up in the top 10, top 3 really, is in 20th. George Cushman finished 21st. Daryl Richards Jr. finished 22nd. Chris Harefield finished 23rd. Christian Delgado, after getting spun there, coming to the white flag on the backstretch by Paul Turner, and finished in 24th. Michael Gruby 25th. Dennis Allison 26th. Jamie Horn 27th. Brett Wright 28th. Shane Ledoux 29th. And Alan Ayers 30th. Crank Bell 31st. Kendon Cook 32nd. And shotgun on the field, the number 3 finishing in 33rd, Dalton Carter.
Well, thank you for that, Kyle. I happened to catch up with Mike Donahue, our 3rd place finisher tonight. Mike, you got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, hey, man, I wasn't able to watch the whole race, but I was able to watch that exciting last 15 or 20 laps. Talk me through your race. Talk me through that final lap and what you saw out the windshield when everything started wrecking in front of you out of turn 4.
Oh, our plan was for the most part just hang, make it mid-pack, don't lose the main group. And after that last pit stop, those last 15 laps, business really picked up. People were pushing a little bit. A lot of attrition. That last going through 3 and 4, and people coming across the nose. I was waiting for somebody to tag me in the box and end up in the grandstands, but we got lucky.
Hey, you know what they say? Sometimes it's better to be lucky than it is to be good. You were definitely lucky tonight. That was some pretty fast reaction time for you, though, to make it through that unscathed. Glad you could bring it home third place tonight. I'm going to turn the floor over to you, let you give any shout outs, thank yous, or anything else you want.
Yeah, no, it was. I'd like to thank the League Cyber Thunder for putting on excellent bunch of races and getting broadcasting. They do a real lot for us guys who just want to come out here and hang out and turn left for a while. And I really appreciate them and everybody that goes into putting that thing together.
Well, thank you very much. If it wasn't for drivers like you, we wouldn't have anybody to look to talk about or broadcast or anything. So we appreciate you and all the drivers coming out here. Thank you very much. Congratulations, Mike Donahue, third place finisher tonight. I believe Kyle caught up with our second place finisher.
Dave Gameforth, you got us?
Hey, Kyle, how are you?
Hey, nice way to represent Canada, finishing second here. Take us through that last, I guess, lap and a half there with everybody spinning out. Were you just hoping to not get caught up and hopefully everyone wrecks in front of you and you sneak away with the win, or what was your strategy there?
Just exactly what you said. Just shut my eyes. I just watched them spin out, keep spinning out in front of me, and I was 10th, I think, going into turn 4, and somehow I got second. So I have to back and watch the replay. I had no idea how I got here, to be honest with you.
Yeah, you go back and watch the broadcast. We had no idea what was going on either. So we were all kind of surprised. We're like, oh, wow, people we haven't even talked about all night. Just, that's the magic of Daytona. But
hey, you don't talk about the people in 20th all night?
Hey, only when they're wrecking. But hey, if you're in 20th and we're not talking about you, it means you're doing a good thing, I guess.
That's true.
So
God,
I guess
you guys haven't talked to me in like 3 years. I figured you forgot who the hell I was.
Hey, you know what? This is the best way to get people to remember you. Have a great run at Daytona. Your truck's clean. You weren't caught up in any of the big ones. I noticed.
Nope.
Hey, that's the best way. You ready to make a playoff run?
Oh, sure. The second in, I'm in, right? Is that how it works?
I think so. We can make an example for that.
I'll make a donation. That's not a problem.
There we go. Tom will love that. All right, I'm gonna turn the floor over to you. Give her shout outs, your thanks, and all that stuff.
Well, I just want to thank you, Kyle, for doing the broadcast here. I know it's a lot of work to sit up in the booth. And Tom, I know he's flying back from Daytona. Lucky guy. Thanks for taking over the league again. Jerry, for everything he does. All the admins. Like I said, I haven't talked to anybody in 3 years. So just thank all the admins. Thank Dalton for painting my truck, making it look good. When you don't run well, I like to look good anyway. So that's the important part. And my teammates, Steve, Brett, Chris, they've all been doing well. So maybe it's finally my turn.
Oh, there we go. All right. Congrats on the second place, man. It's awesome to talk to you.
Thanks, bud. We'll see you next week.
See you later.
All righty, and I have our winner here tonight, Paul Turner, number 4. You got me?
10-4 Cody, how you doing?
Well, I'm doing pretty good. I want you to answer one question for me. Where in the heck did you come from off of turn 4 on that last lap?
I was on the bottom line. I was second behind, the leader there. Then they felt them starting to wreck, and I turned low and made it through. And then I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna win.
I mean, that was some amazing stuff. We saw the 13 and you kind of get into it a little bit coming to the white flag. And I mean, personally, I thought you'd lost everything. All the momentum was gone out of your lane. The top 4 on that top lane got in front of you. And then they wreck out of turn 4, and here comes this red and black truck out of nowhere to come and take the victory. It was amazing work and amazing awareness to be able to see what was going on around you there.
I just got lucky, I want to apologize to Christian. I certainly didn't mean to take him out. But last lap, and he was drifting up like towards the middle. He was really riding high in the middle. Left that lane below. I was going to figured I'd try to go, but then he came down on me. So I certainly didn't mean to take him out. So I apologize to Christian. I owe him one.
Well, I'm pretty sure he appreciates that. Well, Paul, we're going to turn this over to you. A victory celebration here at Daytona. Give your shout outs and whatever you need to do. Talk to however you do. Say hi to mom, whatever you want.
Hey, another Daytona win, right? Oh. Thanks to you guys for all the admins at Cyber. Thanks you guys for putting this all on. Thanks for Tom. Glad Tom's back. Appreciate running with Crank and Chris and other teammates at Longshot Motorsports. And thanks to everybody watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the show.
All right, Paul Turner, your victor tonight here at the High Banks of Daytona. Hopefully we'll be talking to you again next week.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, Cody sending him back to his room. Well, that certainly was a race. There's, Daytona. It's always unpredictable.
Yeah, I don't know how it was before I got here, guys, but it seemed to be pretty darn exciting once I showed up. Maybe I need to have my plane be delayed a little more often.
Maybe.
So you need to get here earlier, have excitement throughout the race.
I mean, you can't say too much. You told me there were green flag pit stops, and whenever I came in, the entire field was packed up. That seems like it's pretty exciting. If you can have 20, 25 trucks pit and come out all grouped up together, that doesn't happen very often, but it's nice to see it when it does.
Fun race night. We saw a lot of rookies do really well. Results in the end, because of all the collisions aside, saw a lot of respectful racing. A lot of people checking up and at the right time and avoiding wrecks when there could have been contact and big ones. Got down to the last 10 laps, and it's everybody wants to win at that time. A lot of fun. Kyle, thanks for letting me join you tonight. I'm sorry I won't be here every night. You're going to be on your own a bit.
It's all right. You get best way to learn is getting thrown into the fire. But yeah, if you liked what you saw here, we're racing on, I think it's the Turn 3 channel on Thursday nights. There for the Cup cars, you'll have Jerry and Cody, my co-commentators for tonight, racing there for full time for another Cody going for his third straight Cyber Pro Cup Series Championship. Jerry looking for his first Cyber Thunder Championship. Yeah, if you like what you saw, give us a like, subscribe, all that, fancy YouTube algorithm stuff. And yeah. All right, boys, what do you say? Pack her up, wheels up, head to Chicagoland next week?
Sounds like a plan to me. Great race tonight, guys. Glad I could be here with you.
Thanks for showing up. All right, we're out of here. We'll see you next week. Keep your stick on the ice.